Welcome to Cheating Stories channel, where we bring you the most thrilling betrayal stories. Listen to amazing story. Please subscribe to our channel. I always believed family should be a source of love and support, but my mother proved me wrong in the worst possible way. She didn't just sabotage my relationship, she turned the woman I loved against me and into the arms of my own brother. My mother, Diane, had always been controlling, but I thought she'd be happy for me when I introduced her to my fiancée, Emily. Instead, she immediately disapproved of Emily, claiming she wasn't good enough for me. I thought it was just overprotectiveness, but I had no idea how far she would go. As the days turned into weeks, my mother's behavior became increasingly erratic. She would make snide comments about Emily's appearance, her job, and even her family. I tried to brush it off, thinking that she would eventually come around, but deep down, I knew that my mother's behavior was not normal. At every opportunity, my mother would whisper doubts into my ear, suggesting Emily was only with me for my money or that she had a wandering eye. She even tried to set me up with an old childhood friend, someone she preferred. But I trusted Emily and ignored my mother's attempts to poison my mind. Unfortunately, she didn't stop at me, she went after Emily directly. My mother pretended to be supportive but slowly planted insecurities in Emily's mind. She told her I was distant, that I didn't truly love her, and that she could do better. Then, she set the perfect trap, my brother, Ryan. Ryan was always my mother's favorite. He could do no wrong in her eyes, while I had to work twice as hard for even a fraction of her approval. Diane started encouraging Ryan and Emily to spend time together, pushing them into private conversations and innocent outings. She even lied to Emily, telling her I had been unfaithful, using fabricated messages as proof. Emily, hurt and vulnerable, began confiding in Ryan. My brother, never one to turn down an opportunity, took full advantage of her emotional state. One evening, I walked into a scene that shattered my heart. Emily and Ryan were tangled together on the couch in my brother's apartment, unaware I had just entered. The betrayal hit me like a brick wall. I demanded answers, but Emily just looked away in shame while Ryan smirked, as if he had won some twisted game. When I confronted my mother, she didn't even deny it. Instead, she shrugged and said, "She was never right for you anyway. I just helped you see the truth." I was devastated, but I refused to let them break me. I cut ties with all of them, my mother, my brother, and Emily. I walked away from the wedding, the toxic family dynamics, and everything that held me back. It took time to heal, but I built a life for myself, one free of manipulation and betrayal. I surrounded myself with people who truly cared about me, who supported me and encouraged me to be my best self. Years later, karma came full circle. Emily and Ryan didn't last. Without me to manipulate, my mother turned her controlling nature on them, and their relationship crumbled under the same pressure she once used against me. Ryan, once the golden child, found himself on the receiving end of our mother's cruelty. And me? I found real happiness with someone who truly loved me, for me. I learned that sometimes, the best revenge is simply moving on and thriving. They lost me forever. And I gained the life I always deserved. Looking back, I realized that my mother's behavior was not just about controlling me, it was about her own insecurities and fears. She was afraid of being left behind, of being replaced by Emily. And so, she did what she knew best, she manipulated and controlled. But I'm grateful for the experience. It taught me the importance of setting boundaries, of surrounding myself with positive people, and of trusting my instincts. And as for my mother and brother, I wish them well, but I know that I deserve better. I deserve to be loved and respected, not manipulated and controlled. As I reflect on the past, I'm reminded of the power of forgiveness and the importance of moving on. I've forgiven my mother and brother, not for their sake, but for mine. Holding on to anger and resentment only consumes you, and I refuse to let them have that power over me. Instead, I chose to focus on building a life filled with love, laughter, and true connection. I surround myself with people who uplift and support me, and I've learned to trust my instincts and set healthy boundaries. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. I'm living proof that you can overcome even the darkest of experiences and emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient. My story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity and thrive. It's a reminder that we deserve to be treated with love, respect, and kindness, and that we should never settle for anything less. As I look back on the experience, I realize that I was blinded by my love for my family and my desire to please them. I thought that if I just did what they wanted, they would finally accept and love me for who I am. But that's not how it works. You can't force someone to love and accept you. You can only control how you react to their behavior and how you choose to take care of yourself. I chose to take care of myself by walking away from the toxic relationships and focusing on building a life that truly reflects my values and goals. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I've never been happier or more at peace. I've also learned that forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you. Forgiveness is about releasing the negative emotions and energy that you've been holding on to. When you forgive someone, you're not excusing their behavior or saying that it was okay. You're simply choosing to let go of the pain and the anger that you've been carrying around. Forgiveness is a process, and it takes time. But it's worth it. When you forgive someone, you're freeing yourself from the negative emotions that have been holding you back. You're also opening yourself up to new experiences and relationships. When you hold on to anger and resentment, you're closing yourself off to new possibilities. But when you forgive and let go, you're opening yourself up to a world of new experiences and relationships. In the end, I'm grateful for the experience. It taught me a lot about myself and about the importance of setting boundaries and taking care of myself. It also taught me that forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you. Forgiveness is about releasing the negative emotions and energy that you've been holding on to. If you're going through a similar experience, I encourage you to take care of yourself. Set boundaries, prioritize your own needs, and don't be afraid to walk away from toxic relationships. Remember that forgiveness is a process, and it takes time. But it's worth it. When you forgive someone, you're freeing yourself from the negative emotions that have been holding you back. You're also opening yourself up to new experiences and relationships. Don't be afraid to take the first step towards forgiveness and healing. You deserve to be happy and at peace. Don't let anyone or anything take that away from you. In the end, it's not about them, it's about you. Take care of yourself, prioritize your own needs, and don't be afraid to walk away from toxic relationships. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new betrayal and revenge tale. Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts, we love hearing from you.